What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm joined by
Gershwan,
aka Charlie Chaplin. And today we're here to bring you For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get those questions first. That is what Edward Mitchell did. He asks, if you could bring back one character from the dead, out of any characters, not including the Primarchs, who would you bring back? What would be the impact on 40K?
I'd bring back my uncle. That's hard because, like, obviously the first thing that comes to my mind are the Primarchs.
Yeah.
But since you can't, and the Emperor technically isn't dead, that's a hard one.
I would bring back the what is it called? The I think he was the Overfiend or the Warlord. No, what was he? Something of Olenor. So he's like a massive
the
orc that used to rule over Olenor, and Olenor was just the biggest orc empire in the history of the galaxy. So I would bring him back. Just because it was rumored that the technology that the orcs were using on Olenor was something that was like extremely powerful and never before seen. So yeah, I would bring him back.
If I could bring somebody back, it would have to be Commander Puretide. This was the single most influential Tau commander of all time, so much so that they kind of preserved his memory by making him into a into a what's that word called? Like a hologram to continue teaching Fire Warriors. I mean, he was the best of the best, and he sprouted 3 awesome disciples, Farsight, Shadowsun, and Kais. So if he comes back, I think he's going to be a great, powerful instrument, so to speak, for the Tau Empire. And it'd be kind of interesting to see how his plans would kind of change with the whole finding out that Farsight has now diverged away from the Tau Empire. And see maybe if he joins them, or if he has to, there's going to be an epic fight between master and student. See what would happen.
That would be a great movie. You guys are always talking about what would be a good plotline or storyline for a movie. That would be a really good one. Of like the teacher teaching the 3 students, and one of them goes against the greater good. That'd be really cool. Next question comes from Nicola, Rafael, Ruiz. If the Dark Eldar are already feeding Slaanesh with their dirty deeds, why don't they just worship Slaanesh? Maybe Slaanesh would spare their souls and bless them with gifts to further improve their deeds.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. Slaanesh is out there gunning for Eldar souls.
Yeah, so their deeds gave birth to Slaanesh, but Slaanesh doesn't care about that. Slaanesh right off the bat killed trillions of Eldar, and will just continue to consume Eldar souls because nobody's stopping them. There's nobody stopping her, him, it, she, he.
Them, we, us. But yeah, I mean, the thing with the Eldar is they're not doing it for I guess they are, because pain gives them pleasure.
Yeah, they don't, so they kind of do it for the vine, but not for the vine, because it's not a thing anymore.
It's not. There's a Vine 2 thing that kind of came up for a few weeks, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's the logo, but maybe it was fake, or nothing happened to
it. Next question comes from Objective Apples. You guys, what are your guys' thoughts on the Ant-Man and Wasp?
Have you seen it yet?
Nope.
I've seen it, but I mean, it's good. In my opinion, I kind of like the first Ant-Man better. But it's a good movie nonetheless. I feel you have to go into it not expecting because I went into it with the same hype as I did with Infinity War, and then you're not going to enjoy it. Just go into it thinking, oh, it's a Marvel movie, I'm here to have fun, and you'll like it. It's good, it's not great, but you'll like it. Don't expect it to be Infinity War level, but it's good. It's freaking hilarious. Which is kind of what you need, because after the whole depressing state you were in after Infinity War, this one kind of lightens up the mood.
You said this was before the Infinity War, right? The events happening there are before the Infinity War?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question comes from Chase Betzinger. If you were able to become anyone in 40K, who would you want to be and why?
A Jokero weaponsmith.
Why?
Because they're orangutans with like the Green Lantern ring, but it's not a Green Lantern ring. It's a ring that can create anything.
Yeah, that would be really badass.
But then you're also like a Jokera weaponsmith. So that's not that good. But yeah.
I would be a demon prince, blessed by corn.
I can still take you on. That'd be freaking awesome to see a Jokero taking on a demon prince.
Yeah, you're fighting.
Draw that now. Brett Chubknuckles. Hey. Are orcs edible? If so, how would you prepare one?
So it's called an orc pie. I've talked about this before, but in the orc physiology is it's meat.
It's very pliable.
Yeah, it's meat. You can get dairy out of it. You can get vegetables because it is a fungus type of thing. So basically what they do is they cannibalize themselves and they create the bread out of the orc. They create the meat out of the orc, the lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, special sauce, and that's what an orc pie is.
See, the way I would prepare one is you gotta chop off the orc head while it's still alive because you want to have that freshness. Chop off the head, cut down its spine, kind of open it up, put some carne molida in there, kind of stuff it down the edges so that a little bit is coming out of the fingernails. And then you want to sew it back up, sprinkle some cheese, put some tin foil around it, put it in the oven for, I don't know, about a day or so. Once it comes out, it'll be really crispy, really taut, and it's just really good.
It's a little spicy though.
Think of it kind of like chiles rellenos, but not quite.
Yeah, if you don't like spice, do the same thing but with a Gretchen.
Mm-hmm.
You get the same result.
Yeah. Although
Not
you won't be
spicy.
able to feed as many people. But
Yeah, but
yeah.
they're probably going to be grossed out anyways. Orcs smell really bad. Next question.
Nader Potater. Are there baby Eldar? I mean, yeah, but there's very, 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 very few of them. And that's the whole curse that like Slanesh put on them.
Yep. She's like, you guys can't have babies no more. Which isn't really a curse. Next question comes from DeFool06. What would it take for you guys to let go of Warhammer 40K and continue your lives without it?
Nothing. Probably
Yeah,
does.
nothing. Yeah.
No, 40K is pretty fun. Like, if I stopped doing like YouTube videos and stuff like that, I'd probably still play the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was out for 2 weeks traveling Europe, and I was missing just like working on my miniatures,
Like painting.
painting, sculpting, just sitting there and just watching things like this. I watch my Inquisitor just like this.
And he watches you back.
Yeah.
Like this.
Next question.
Um,
Comes from Mr. Conflict. Could chaos destroy itself? Of course. They're chaotic, so they're trying to like kill each other, and by killing humans, they would kill themselves. So, yeah, they can.
This one's by Matthew Bennett. What paint do you guys use for your minis? And is there a cheaper alternative than Citadel? Also, is pee stored in the balls?
So I use tester paint. It's not cheaper. It's about the same price, but I feel like tester paint usually is a little better. Like I have some Citadel white, which is not good compared to the tester white. But then at the same time, the tester paints really ruin your brush. So what I would do for like the cheap is just steal tester paints from Michaels. I'm just kidding. Don't steal, kids. You could just get like
Because like tester paints are like what? Like
they're little. I'm gonna knock everything over. Ah, fuck!
that's your known oil. That's like gold.
Yeah, see. They are smaller, but I don't know. I think they cover more. There's more pigment there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but if you want something cheaper, you could do acrylics.
Those are like the Walmart ones, right?
Yeah, but understand that like if you don't take care of your minis, like you don't put them in the right spot,
They'll chip.
they'll chip
It'll
and
melt.
they'll rub off,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a buddy of ours who keeps his minis in his car. And whatever they're made out of, I mean, it's good because like through winter, summer, they've been in boxes and they're
In the truck.
yeah,
Trunk.
the trunk.
Yeah. And then is a pea stored in the balls, one of them. The other one is full of, well, you know what. Next question.
This one is by Gilganon the Damned? If the Angel Exterminatus, aka Fulgrim, had taken all of Perturabo's power, would he become stronger than Horus? And if so, would he have been able to challenge Horus for the position of War Master?
I think so. I think the Chaos Gods would love that.
I feel like if there's anybody that could potentially be stronger than Horus, definitely they're going to try and assume control. Because if you're in the Chaos Legion or anything that has to do with Chaos, you're always out to be the best of the best. Like Angron is out there trying to be, get the most skulls for the Skull Throne, blood for the Blood God, that kind of thing. But at the same time, like, it's kind of hard to pit yourself against other demons, because like sometimes you have demons that can literally cleanse a whole world by themselves, but then they get beat by like one single Space Marine. So it's kind of hard to figure out power levels.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Next question comes from Kim Jensen. Could the Emperor's plan ever actually have worked? Even with a unified human race, chaos would still be an issue, would it not? Yeah, I think what he was hoping is to find Necron technology that he can use to like seal off the warp and like push that stuff away. Especially, but at the same time, I don't think the Emperor really had a plan for Psychers, and the best proof of that is the what is it called? The something
Council of Nice.
Yeah, like he made the wrong decision. He decided to take out Psychers, except for astropaths and like navigators, and like the whole webway thing was for the purpose of getting rid of Psychers and stuff like that. So I don't think he underestimated chaos.
Yeah, definitely. Even though I feel like he kind of knew what chaos was all about, he kind of like lowballed it.
Yeah, big time. And then last question, I have one from Invictus Prima. How good would a Desert Eagle be in 40K? Pretty bad.
Well, not necessarily. Like, obviously, if you have an armored enemy, yeah, it'd be pretty bad. Because most likely any armor from like the 41st millennia would be leagues ahead of what a Desert Eagle can take.
Yeah.
But if you're going up against like Kroot or just like an unarmored
Jakiro.
Yeah, Jakiro. No, don't shoot them. Like if you're going up against like an unarmored, heretic, like Space Marines, they probably won't do much damage, but like a regular heretic, a regular demonette, I feel like it'll still do some damage, just not, last gun powerful.
Right. Well, or speed too, because like last guns aren't really that powerful, but they're fast. So like if you were in a situation where you were like, you guys both had to draw at the same time and then shoot each other, or like whatever that's called.
A duel.
A duel. There you go. you are out of luck, because a bullet is not going to travel at the speed of light.
But I mean, also like if you got a Desert Eagle, that thing's heavy and clunky. I don't know how much. Like, are last guns that light?
Probably, because it's a laser. Like you don't really.
I feel like they'd be made out of plastic.
Yeah, there's no ammunition. Like
there is ammunition. You got a power pack to fueling it.
Right, but it's just like a power pack. It's not like the bullets. I would assume that that's lighter than, but I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on lasers.
Pew, pew.
But those were the questions today. Thank you for sending those questions our way. If you guys have more questions, you could ask Neil deGrasse Tyson on Star Talk, or you could just ask us, because we're basically Neil deGrasse Tyson of the 41st millennium. Yeah.
There you go. The sound out.
Gershwan.
We're out of here.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.